Who have you ever met, Danny? Because you've met some really cool people. Who have you ever met that you just thought was going to be a tool?
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
But then when you met him, you were like, this person was really nice, and now I feel rude for thinking they were going to be a tool.
Carson Daly.
Whoa, that is a good answer. That is the perfect answer.
So I met him in Vegas, and when I was in Fresno, they sent me to do this radio. They used to do a radio summit there where they bring all these famous people in. So like everybody was there. It was like Charo, Hulk Hogan, the cast of all these Real World, Malcolm in the Middle, Chingy, Duran Duran.
Charo and Duran Duran. This is the weirdest.
Dude, it was great. Like it was like everybody. It was like, and they bring you to this table, right? And Michael McDonald, they interviewed him. Like all these people. So I have pictures of all of them. Anyway, so I'm out there getting a drink. This is when I used to drink. And I go to the bar, and Carson Daly's next to me. And I was like, oh, it's Carson Daly. And I was like, hey, man, what's up? And I was expecting him to be like, screw you. I don't even care about you. And he's like, hey, what's going on? And I'm like, hey, I'm in radio. And he's like, oh, cool. I started in radio. I used to drive down from Seattle to LA to do weekends at K-Rock. And I was like, oh, seriously? And he's like, yeah. So we sat and he bought me drinks and we talked for like 2 hours. He's like, I'm going to this private VIP party over here. Do you want to come? Paris Hilton's going to be apparently DJing.
Aw, fiddlesticks.
Which was a new thing at the time. And she's got this new song called Something in the Stars. Something, I forget, something, it was like a single.
I remember the song, yeah.
Right? And he's like, do you want to come and hang out? So we get to the door, and the guy's like, we can only let you in and not him. He's like, what does it matter, man? Just let me and my friend in. William Hung was popular, if that gives you an idea.
So that was 04 sounds about right. I lived off that. I lived off of his fame for a while. So
yeah, good for you.
Yeah, and I see Mario Lopez and Danny Bonaducci, and I'm like, I need to get. I'm like, dude,
Mario
I gotta get
Lopez and Danny Bonaducci. They were chilling together. Oh,
yeah,
word.
And I'm like, I got to get a picture with him. So I go up and I go to this little guy that was next to him. And I'm like, hey, dude, because I had a little disposable camera, right? And because this was before like selfies and stuff. And I said, hey, dude, can you take a picture? And he's like, of what? And I go, of me and Mario Lopez and Danny Bonaducci, just real quick. I'd really appreciate it. And he's like, okay. And he takes a photo. And then that little guy asked to take the picture was Usher. So I pushed Usher out of the way. And I asked him to take a picture of me and Danny Bonaducci and Mario Lopez. I didn't recognize him. I didn't know. So later at the award ceremony, like he was on stage, and I was like, oh, that's that little guy that took the photo for me. And I was like, oh, crap, that's Usher. Oh my gosh.
What if Mr. Beast came up to you? Would you know who he was?
I don't even know who that is.
Okay, good. Now I don't feel that bad. All right.